Let's let me find the right scene. Huge. Here we are, boys. We got the weekly reset. I guess I'll do alts. I meant to do more alt characters for my dungeon stuff. I didn't get a lot of it done this week, unfortunately. Maybe one day though. Maybe one day. Here we go. Where else am I now? I gotta do better at like getting all my alts out of the way. I gotta do much better at that. Does Mage doesn't care about which spec you are, right? All we get same gear. I'm sad that Frost is the play. I really wanted to play Arcane. Technically, like, you could play Arcane. It's just not amazing. And I don't think the tier set is amazing either. But it is better than a 124 item level tier from last season. What's up, Jake? Dow soup. Wait, or hold on. A Mission of Light is probably not worth. It is a good ring, but it's hero track, right? I think I just go for tier. I'm pretty sure I just go for tier. This feels like a waste. Oh, hold on. Do I go for the chest piece tier? Because I have what, 2 catalyst? I have 3 catalyst charges. I could go for the chest piece. Because this feels like a waste. Take tier, ring is useless. It's veteran track, or I could take champion track, catalyze that, or cover the shoulder slot. You gotta go quick master, only want a 400-500 haste. Is that for all mages, or is that just only Frost? Because I don't really know what mage stats are. Check the chest and kata. Like, I guess. Yeah, I should. It feels like such a waste, though. Okay, I guess I'll go for set. I might as well. This mage has got to get more dungeons done. That's the biggest problem, is I haven't really spent... I spent time on my ults, but I haven't spent time, like, really truly gearing. I'm sure as my main gets more gear, it'll be easier to spend more time on my ults, like, exclusively on those characters. But for the time being, yeah. Pretty sure the home for anyone is pretty much a give me. Any one of the activities I do to get coupons is going to be pretty easy to obtain. Let me go catalyze it. Like yucky stats, especially when the haste master. Good master shoulder exists at least 2 or 3 dungeons. Is it actually? Okay, so I guess, you know what? I think it's worth just getting the catalyst bonus, right? Getting that 4-set combo, at least on a character, so you could just earn more catalyst charges is going to be good. I just need to get like real dungeons, or even real raids done on this guy, like heroics or something. But that'll be easier once I actually have gear. Okay, at least now we have 4-set. What does this set even do? Fingers of Frost increase shatter damage by 50%. That's actually really good, because shatter damage is so much of my damage. And then Flurry has a chance to grant Fingers of Frost, which I guess is fine. I do hate how mages basically got this one build that does everything though. Like, I guess you could go for Frigid Focus, but essentially just run this build in AoE or Frigid Focus in pure single target. That's all you do, and you just cleave things. Which I guess in raids, like, you do cleave. It is really good for a mage, but it just... Oh wait, can I also make these hands? Hold on. I already have tier hands. Hold on, I have one more charge, right? I do. It's like a little better. It's like a little bit better long-term hero track, at least. It's not... I don't need to. Actually, hold on. It's probably worth doing it. Using Hero Crest on that, so that I can get this to... Or not Hero Crest, but Champion Crest on the gloves, so that I can get these gloves done. Right? If I have enough Champion track. I don't know if I do. I do. Okay, so we do that for gloves. Just so now we can maximize the hero track gloves. We don't need to spend that yet. Right? So now I can run this. I can up that. So now this sets me up for hero track upgrades. And this week I'm hoping my rogue gets fully heroed out in every single slot. So then I can start spending those hero crests, which my ults are usually filled with, to get them upgraded completely. New achievements and rewards coming to Mythic Plus. Hold on a second. Am I getting too excited for this? Mythic Plus rewards. Greetings for the release of 11.2.5. We're introducing 2 achievements. Push up players to upper limits of Keystone Mythic, and Umbral Champion Season 1. Keystone Myth. Upon reaching 3,400 Mythic Plus score, I'm interested. Players will learn a time-lost saddle. This item could be bought for Ladromi. It can be exchanged for a mount of your choice from your curated section. This includes Keystone Master, Keystone Legend mounts from previous seasons. Huh? I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. They're adding more Mythic Plus rewards? Out of left field. I don't hate it though. Hold on a second. You could buy previous season's Keystone and Keystone Master and Keystone Legend mounts with 3400 score. Keystone Mythic will launch with 3400 rating requirement. We do not expect the threshold to remain fixed forever. Mythic Plus evolves, so they may lower it. Got it. Adjustment for future seasons. Umbral Champion. With the close of Midnight Season 1, players top 1% Mythic will qualify for new achievement. Umbral Champion will be awarded. Wait, with the close of Midnight Season 1, players will be awarded with a title. And an exclusive new mount. Wait, so not only do you get rank 1 in Mythic Plus, you also get a mount for literally being in the top 1%. Not only do you get a title, but a mount too. Is this too early to get excited? They just announced some fantastic new, like, that's a fantastic announcement. That's really, really good. Let's see, mount rewards in M plus in actual 1205, 3400 plus rating gets a KSM, KS, Keystone Legend mount from previous season, player choice. Top 1% gets a new exclusive mount as well. Bro, they're really giving players a reason to do a Mythic Plus besides just loot. I think that's actually so healthy. So I'm pushing 3.4 and 4 characters. Pretty much, yes. Pretty much. Basically. Okay, for some reason my post is just not going through. Hold on a second. Try to see if I can get it working. Unless it's all dead on this end. Which it might be. It might try to be dead. Okay, I'll just put it off to the side. I'll post whenever it's all available. But damn. That's actually so good. Yeah, I guess, are there any KSM or Keystone Legend mounts you're missing? Because I'm pretty sure it was there since they added one in BFA. And they've had one since then. I don't think I missed a single one after. But this would be good for any players that just joining the game and want to push and get old mounts. I think this would be really good. The exclusive mount is what got me excited. Like, top 1% of players will get some unique bonus mount. Which I'm very, 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 very surprised on. Damn. This account has missed a lot of seasons and the other account hasn't missed any. Oh, I guess, yeah, and that makes sense. In that situation, yes. Is this just named Huge Anus? It is Huge Anus. Unbelievable. But it's got the name. Good for him. Alright, let's do other worlds. Let's do other worlds. If I could ever post this thing, dude. Oh, at some point it'll let me, I'm sure. The Evoker and the Demon Hunter did do some decent stuff. The Demon Hunter has been a little bit lacking, though. I feel like just being Devourer doesn't get you into keys as easily, but as Preservation, I'm pretty sure I've gotten a couple of 10s done. But that's not terrible. I'm also excited for a new patch, because they're giving us a different anomaly. I think that'll be really, really good with Stasis, because that's more of an immediate, like, buff application, so you can immediately buff, immediately heal, immediately heal. I think that'll be really, really good. Now, do I gear this thing as Preservation? Or do I gear it as Devastation? Because I'm pretty sure this trinket is actually really good even on Prez. Okay, you can earn a Prez. Isn't the Dragon trinket also really good on Prez? I can get both on Prez. I think I'm gearing this thing as a healer. I think I'm actually gonna gear this thing as a healer. I've been liking Preservation a lot. I want to play Devil, I want to play Og, but like, I think I want to prioritize healing as this spec. Of course I didn't get it, the one thing I wanted. I did get a Mythic Dagger though, so I think I'm not going to craft it. I'm just going to keep it Mythic Dagger. So at least I do have one good item. I'll take it. Now I just got to get... Actually, I might have crests to upgrade this thing if I really wanted to. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to start crafting items on this character at this point. I should have... Okay, I have almost enough to get a craft, but I still have like such a big cap. 500 of these to get through. I'm sure if I just spam 10s, I'll get there, but it's gonna take me a second. Unless you got an upgrade. I'm sure the weapon is my biggest upgrade from that. I could have simmed or did some more research, but I'm sure the weapon is the best upgrade I could get. Particularly probably Paladin's one is healer. The Paladin's one? I thought for the Evoker, the Mastery, like the eye from Dragons and then the eye from Chimeras was the best. Did I get that wrong? I might have gotten that wrong though. Honestly. I also need to get more 10s out of the way on this guy. Or on really all my characters, to be honest.
I need to get closer.
Alright, let's see if I get anything good. I don't know how to get a Demon Hunter. None of these are really good. Yeah, none of these are really exceptionally good. I mean, I guess I could go with this just for item level, but... Never mind. I guess it doesn't really matter. Do I just take the Latin Token Merit here? I think I do, right? I think it does take a, not a socket, but maybe like another craft item. Or get a faster craft on this guy. Because both of these are hero. And I should catalyze this. This is also hero. Yeah, I think I take either a socket or a craft. I'm not really sure. Probably the one with the absorb shield and the damage. Oh, okay. I need to do more research into that. Oh. I wish this was like account wide, because imagine just using it all to get a bunch of these crests. Wouldn't be worth. But potentially I might be able to save it and just get a crafted item at some point. Potentially. I have a bunch of sparks this week. But this character could be a little bit ahead on sparks. If I really tried. Rogue time. I think it is time for the rogue now. Is this thing still broken? Oh yeah, it's still broken. Okay. Rogue time it is. Gotta wait till tomorrow to decide what I am to craft. DK is sitting in 2 crafts. Wouldn't you pick up like a weapon off the bat? And like embellishments? Or are you just like gonna wait until Vault and then see what else you craft? Actually, that may not be the bad idea. Especially like if, let's say you have, you know, a couple of slots that could be replaced and you could do embellishment on any one of them. I could see that. Has 285 weapon, but it hasn't crafted anything since. I imagine whatever best slot embellishments would go to, but yeah, I guess let's wait until craft. Give me a dagger. Blizzard, give me a mythic dagger. I did get a mythic dagger, and it's got haste. Actually, though, hold on a second. I did get a mythic item. I guess there's also cloak. Do I not craft a dagger now, since I can just upgrade this thing? Hold on a second. Because I was going to craft a dagger this week. But then I thought, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should. Mythic dagger club, let's go. Although... Okay, I'm just gonna max out my mythic dawn crests, and I'll see what is the dagger. It's like Eversong something, right? Weapon, Eversong stabber. Hold on, what is the name of my sword? Spellbreaker's blade. Is it like Spellbreaker something? Mythic crafted. No, is it Eversong stabber? It might actually be Eversong stabber. Like, essentially, right? Eversong hacker. Ever-devouring shoulder pads. Except, I feel like that's just a random gear, though. Farstrider's Mercy. Farstrider's Mercy. Oh, you're right, yeah. Yeah, okay, well, I'll add that in to see what's better. Right? I'll try to see if I can pop the cloak. Okay, okay. I will walk you through it just because I feel like I'm going to make a mistake. I'm going to add the dagger in. I'm going to give myself like 100 crests for the week just to see like what's the best way to spend these, right? Spark of Radiance is there. I'm going to add a normal cloak, base cloak, fully upgraded cloak. Nothing here. Boots I don't need. Rings I don't need. Heart of Wind, I could add the base version. I don't think Heart of Wind is good for me though. And then what I could do is Radiant Slicer all the way. I don't want to do base Radiant Slicer because I'm going to be able to compare dagger against other items. Like fully upgraded Radiant Slicer or just a crit haste. I think that's probably the best way to do it. And I need one boss, I need 5 minutes. Okay, that should hopefully work. Hopefully that works. But this is... a Mythic Dagger is kind of... I also don't like what they did here. Like, the font. Oh wow, what the hell? Hold on, how do I close out of this? Okay, I didn't want to like back up too far. Okay, so this is good. I needed a dagger anyway so I could play Subtlety and Assassination, but mostly Subtlety. And I didn't have a Mythic Dagger, and now I do. Haste, Versatility, not the best stats. Haste is good for Outlaw, Versa is kind of mediocre for both. Haste is also not terrible for Subtlety, because you do need a little bit of Haste. So this is viable. Haste is also good for Assassination, and it looks like Dagger offhand, fully upgraded, is the best option. With Gentle Eye, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a curative render eye, but it says Gentle Eye. But the difference between the two is like 72. Okay, hold on. I could craft and pick up a cloak. I could craft a dagger and pick up a cloak. Because then I'd have 2 items that hero slots completely done with. Hero track item. Oh wait, I guess I already did have this maxed in hero, didn't I? So it doesn't really matter. It's like 72 damage difference. Some dagger and cloak. I did. I have the cloak right here. I have the dagger right here. Yeah, no, I mean, I plugged them in, and it's calculating the use of the Mythic Dawn Crests, right? All the way upgrading this versus crafting this, and then getting this from Great Vault. So, like, a dagger is, like, slightly better. Yeah, I made sure to get it correct from the get-go. So cloak and dagger, or just dagger. Cloak and dagger. Now I kind of want to do a cloak and dagger combo, because I could just be like, you know what? I got the cloak and dagger today. The trinket is bad. The cloak by itself is good. I'm actually surprised I'm reaching 100k DPS, because I only need 12 more thousand, and I'm pissed. Like, I don't have any better gear that I can get. This is getting silly. But essentially this week I'm trying to see if I can get heroed out. This is already heroed out. This is heroed out. I would need a weapon, so that'll be my hero slot. All of these are hero slots. All of these are hero slots. I do need a better trinket for hero slots, so ideally I just need to upgrade the neck, the trinket, craft this. I think the cloak and dagger long term is probably a good setup for the future. Probably, but like this is also a best slot, like really mythic out dagger. Do you think 2 items better? Because I'm crafting an item anyway. Actually, hold on. What other item could I craft this week if I don't like upgrade the dagger all the way? Because that is another option. What other item can I craft this week outside of a dagger? Because maybe picking up this dagger and crafting another item might be better. That's like my big brain thought here is what if I just go with another craft? Epic craft all the way, haste crit. Let's see. Last time he gave me dagger was the best option. But you can see how little like the crafted dagger and the normal drop dagger just fully upgraded is. Because if I get the dagger, then I think I'll be able to get 1 more upgrade. So like a cloak upgrade, I can go +1 or whatever. Or even the dagger that I have. I'm pretty sure the dagger is the best upgrade that I can get done. But if I get, let's say, if I pick up the dagger that I can't fully upgrade it, it's probably going to say that upgrading a weapon is probably going to be better. I don't know, man. That's why I enjoy gearing a tank. Bigger item levels make up whatever embellishments I want. I'm already full embellishments, so it's just going to be a bonus item, right? Essentially, I can craft a dagger and take an item, or I can take a dagger and craft an item, but then my dagger would be behind on upgrades. So I just want to kind of sim with that item as well. Just like a bare bones dagger in my offhand, would that be fine? Right, Radiant Slicer to go up from Krieg's Beetle Stabber, and then I craft a full item as well. I doubt anything better than dagger is gonna show up, but who knows, man. I mean, like for a blood, I could just, I want this and not sim Rush Shaman. Yeah, I guess that is easier for tanks and healers. Like, there are some trinkets and items that are going to be best stats or whatever, but in most cases, oh, big item level. That's an increase. That's true. Yeah, for DPS, you do have to run drop optimizer. But I feel like with DPS, you get like a more of a specific answer. I guess I could get a helm crafted. Yeah, Silvermoon Agent's head cover is like the only other good item I can get. Silvermoon Agent's head cover. Sun Guard, Agent's head cover. I guess I'll just add that in. I highly doubt that that'll be better. I'm sure the dagger with like what, almost 1,000 DPS increase is my best option. So it's either going to be one dagger, and I think it's going to come down to either crafted dagger plus cloak or the dagger in the vault fully upped. Blood DK got a Pit of Sauron ring and a Heart of Wind mythic trinket. The ring is good. I don't know about the trinket. I don't know if that's good. I just don't know like what's good for Blood DK in particular. I can't really say. Let me also do this. Pop that in. Huge. Okay. What's a party biz? Never turn down haste. Always means more rune uptime. I just don't know what's actually like best. You know? What is the best, like absolutely the best trinket for a Death Knight? Blood Death Knight. For like anything and everything. So it still says going for the dagger. Okay, now it says the dagger is like 100 DPS more. Do I just trust the sim? Jake, do I just trust the sim? Because I basically don't get to really craft an item this week. Or I craft the dagger. I lose out on a real mythic dagger. I feel like I go with a real mythic dagger. It's a little bit less haste, but like, who cares? It's very little difference. I think I go with a real dagger. Real mythic dagger. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning into right now myself. Like, I don't know, man. It's such a hard choice. I'm not sure the guy I'm looking for, but it's actually... But usually the robot will give you the right results. That's what I'm trying to do. It usually gives you right results, but there's also like a thought process behind it. Dagger, fully upgraded, plus a cloak is going to be 2 items that I'm getting versus 1. So it's going to be just more agility, more stamina, critical strike, technically more survivability in that regard. Mythic cloak. Technically, though, this cloak can drop from the first boss if I'm in on it, so maybe that's not worth it. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go dagger. And the idea is to fully upgrade this thing, so I'm gonna need to grind a lot of crests this week. And hopefully get fully heroic out so that my ults can have an easier time, like, building out their sets. Fully, all the way through. Now it says Janalai apparently is better for me. I don't know if that's really true. But it says Janalai is better. Although, okay, I'll just sim it again. I'm pretty sure it's Accurative Renderize is actually the best enchant, but I'll sim the Janalai. They got rid of Sunliam, Blood Boil, Bone Shield. Yeah, it was like, they got rid of that a while ago, I think. Okay, I didn't even have Accurative Renderize selected, so I'm just gonna run it with Accurative Renderize. Hey, what's up, Drusum? How you doing, my guy? Yeah, the Blood Boil thing was gone, I think, in War Within at some point. I think it's because it made Blood DKs too reliant on Bone Shield, but then they buffed Bone Shield by itself, so you could just set it up. Maybe give one hero spec advantage over another. Yeah, the Renderai Dagger. Wait. So keeping the weapon as is with an enchant is like 1,400 DPS. I don't understand. Average on level 1 items. Wait a second. People are comparing item levels? Winner's podium? Okay, I don't win that. Hold on a second. I actually like this a lot. When did they add this toy? Podium dial. Wait, you can select what like you display with the dial? Is that how that works? You can just display item level? Wait, that's so good actually. That's such a good toy. You can literally flex at everybody around you. What in the world? That's so good. Okay. Before we start doing weekly stuff, I do just want to double check what we're doing in terms of like what's the word I'm thinking of here? The raid stuff. General boss talk, I think it is. Okay. There's a guide. Open a vault for mythic track item. Complete the sparkle quest. Complete 3 nightmare prey to get the summons and delves. Do I really need it? Oh, it's for the 20 boss quests. That's worth it. Farm 10s for your various quests. You can craft item level 5 out of 6. Raid minute quest. However, this is inefficient compared to upgrading current items. Only do this if it's surplus of hero quests. Upgrade last heroic items to 6 out of 6. Save 20 quests for the next step. Why would I want to do that? Okay, so it is saying upgrade all the other items to hero track. So it's going to be 40. Now I just need a mythic trinket, or to upgrade the trinket that I have here 3 more times. Which hopefully I'll have enough. I think I will, actually. Hold on. I do think I have enough. Is this my best? No, I don't have enough. Thought I did. 70. Okay, I think I will have enough. Okay. Hero of the Dawn Crest this week, I think is very viable. Very possible. Let's go do some of those weeklies. First on the stream doing customs. Like 5 minimum duels right now? No, not today. That's usually for the weekends. Friday for EU, Saturday for NA. Outside of this, I usually am doing my my weekly things, my daily things, some PvE, some PvP, getting my caps out of the way. Because I do have a raid tonight. Consistent 100k death strikes does feel nice though. Death strikes, dude, I feel like I should not be asking, but I am gonna ask anyway. Those scale with your, like, the healing scales with damage, correct? Am I wrong about that? I feel like that is right, but I'm just like, I'm second guessing myself for some reason. Let me go pick up both the world boss and the event for the zone. Tonight, I'm hoping we'll get some progression, and hopefully we'll actually get a heroic Lura done. Because it's about that time. I need some trinkets from heroic Lura, like really badly. You know, I might as well finish out Murder Row. I might as well maximize with them. And I guess I could just pump you guys up a little. I really should save it on for these guys just to make sure I'm maxing. Actually, with the host, isn't that the final, like, percentage? Final bit of rep? Yeah, I'm almost done with them. So I guess I could do these guys and just pump them up a little. Although these guys' quest kind of blows, honestly. I'm gonna do one each. I don't really know. Locate Majesty's Lost Apprentice. Figure out what happened to the wine shipment. Don't remember what any of these are. I just know that the murder row ones are the easiest. I remember these guys being so annoying for their side quests. I guess I'll do this guy again. Okay, now I have a lot of shit I gotta do. No, it's a common mistake. It only increases healing based on damage taken. So the damage of Death Strike does not actually increase the healing of you. Got it. Got it. Because I was convinced for like the longest time that it scaled. The harder you hit, the more healing you get out of it. But I guess I was completely, entirely, utterly wrong about that.
The light blue's wild growth has given form to something.
Also in the Rogue Discord, they've been doing a little bit more mathing regarding like how to optimize the spec a bit in terms of roll the bone stuff. There are some interesting optimizations you can do. Mostly about like roll the bones and loaded dice and keep it rolling. Like if you have a rank 2 buff and you have a loaded dice, you could just keep it rolling. You try to roll into the next one. So basically you're trying to spend, keep it rolling into a rank 4 buff or rank 3. Because rank 2 is fine. Rank 4 and rank 3 are better. But now I can re-roll. Unfortunately, I won't be getting loaded dice anytime soon, so I probably will have to keep rolling on this rank 2. I keep getting this helm. I keep getting this dumb helm. 3 world bosses in a row, I keep getting that dumb helm. Tired of it. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it. I keep getting it. I don't even have hunters, man. I don't have enough male classes at all. Like none. I have my evoker, but that's about it. I need a shaman. I need a hunter, just so that stuff could actually get like use. Otherwise, it's kind of useless. Please don't take my trap. Please don't take my trap. Please don't. Thank you. Thank you for being kind. I was trying to fight that guy this entire time. Thank you for not taking this from me. Thanks from Russia. Здорово, здорово. Hard smile. Привет, Россия. Здорово, друг. Привет, привет. So I think the plan for the day is to try to get hero. Is there like a critter nearby? You're not a critter. Oh, I'm probably dead, huh? Or not? I guess that works. Wait, did they change it so if somebody runs over the trap, they can no longer like mess with other people? Because I could totally run over the trap and it didn't like disappear. They fix it? I'm not sure if they did. I'm not sure if they changed it, but that would be such a good... That'd be something that I've been asking for a while, because a lot of the times with Prey, people just run over your trap if they're not like... If they weren't the one, like, disarming it. Got a key as a Feral the other day. How'd you like it? I heard that Feral was pretty good. It kind of pumps, apparently. And melee comps are really, really strong right now. You pair that with a Warrior and an Owl Rogue, and apparently it just... Apparently it slams pretty hard. Got 8 versus bite procs back to back. That's satisfying. That is the best part. This random versus bite procs. Actually the best part of that spec. I do still hate the whole how they simplified the bleeds. I do still... I don't understand why. Like honestly. I don't think they really needed to. I thought the texture that bleed management and snapshotting added was pretty interesting. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? I think how long it's been. But the last time I played it was the spam reapplications of RIP, so kind of just jarring, getting used to bite and AoE. I've been playing with Feral ever since they made bite and AoE button. Or like that mechanic of like bite cleaves all the RIP targets. I've been playing that version of Feral for a while. So for me, I'm kind of used to it. But it is satisfying though. I love the resets, the procs. Because Feral is normally, generally speaking, kind of like a heavy spec in terms of like resources. So you being able to get free bites is pretty satisfying. Wait, killing this guy isn't going to count, is it? Okay, I'm just gonna finish that guy just so I can remove the world buff or debuff, and I'll do all the other events. I do feel good though. I actually got a decent trinket. Might have tried to get +10s done. Do you feel good? I think it's worth doing. Feral is very, very strong right now. I don't think it's ever going to be a spec that'll be accepted by the community as like a strong pick for Mythic Plus. But the amount of damage this thing can crank is it's really good. As long as Feral has that like nearly uncapped AoE, it's always going to be pretty solid. Do you get hero crests for doing prey, by the way, or is that all champion? Because I don't remember. Oh, you do get like 5 hero. Okay. It's not a lot. It's better than nothing. That's really good, actually. Road to 270 can have another energy class. No. Feral is okay. Feral feels fun, man. I think it's worth. I think Feral is worth actually. I feel like Feral is so worth it. I feel like Feral is the energy class that is worth. They play. It's kind of like a monk and a rogue. They're similar, but not quite the same. They're different enough. Maybe like Feral and Assassination Rogue, I'd say those are kind of similar. But if you play mostly subtlety, then you're also going to be playing like what a bit of a different like pacing to it. I think it's perfectly fine.
Lightbloom Athran is overgrown. Help my Farstriders tame the area.
Oh, this is perfect. Fantastic. I'm just gonna AFK now. I like this track too. It's not quite xylophone, but I very much like the whatever that instrument is supposed to be. What a nice guy. Okay, after this we're gonna go and finish the prey, just so I can get more hero crests. Wait, I gotta kill these guys? Okay, never mind. Please. Thank you. Also gonna introduce so many dungeons this week if I want to get all my mythic crests. Unless I'm in for a lot of bosses, and then it'll just save me a lot of time. Oh, is this quest? Hold on, why is this guy? Wasn't this guy normally like at a bridge? And he like polymorphs you or something? Back in the original Eversong Woods? Or was he on the other bridge? I feel like this guy looks familiar. Do I have to fight you? Can I just leave? Maybe? Sort of. Wish I had gouge. Wait, there it is. Wait, I can't vanish. I was gonna say for a second. Forgot the Fury Fiery here. That's funny. Alright, cool. That wasn't that bad. Normally a lot of the Far Starter quests and the Paladin ones and Magisters, those take forever. And then for some reason, Murder Row, it just takes 2 seconds. This should help me max them. Massive.
Traitors, masters of discretion, and defenders of Eversong. Anu Belor Dalaran.
Sun Chasers.
Glory to the Sindor.
Huge. Now, what can I buy from them?
Are you planning a purchase?
Wait, you gotta get higher than... I thought it was already maxed with the... Wait, no, it's First Strider. Murder Row.
Are one of a kind.
Oh, that looks great. And then Gilded Sunlance. I mean, I might as well. Already know that. I think I got everything else.
May my goods serve you well.
Fantastic.
We endure.
Now I gotta get progress with all the other ones. Okay, double checking that I'm not like removing the wrong weapon. It looks way too close to what I had. Way too really close. Can I not make render eye? No, I don't. Render eye. Enchant acuity render eye. Formula. Can I? How do you learn the acuity render eye formula? You can't just buy it on the auction house? I mean, I know you could buy the enchant, but I kind of want to be able to make it myself too. Or is it like in War Within, it just drops from bosses? Alright, 2 more hunts. That'll give me what, like 20 hero crests for the bonus?
I am not one to dismiss the power of the trolls. Let us harness it.
I'm thinking it might actually be easier to just try to see if I can finish this out and try to see if I can get myself a heroed out.
What pleasure.
Because then, well, I don't know if I'm meant for all the fights tonight, but at least I'll be able to spend a lot of time like just upgrading the gear on my alts. That doesn't look like how he sounds. I've been told that more than once. I've been told that multiple times, in fact, that I don't, my voice and my face don't match. I can never tell if that's like an insult or a factoid, or like how should I respond? Very good voice for YouTube, looks good IRL. Well, that's better than what other people told me. They told me I have a face for radio. So, I kind of assume that's what most people meant. Face for the radio is a compliment of sorts, I guess. A good thing. Well, if you say so. Though I've been told otherwise. I really gotta figure out what I want to do with these bars. Like, the bars are fine, I just don't really know if I should keep them. I do think I really do not need the bar up here, Deadly Pursuit. That seems kind of like a waste. Him first. I gotta click faster. New Overwatch season and they cooked the patch notes? Wait, actually good or what? Man, I don't know, dude. I feel like I missed my whole, missed the train for Overwatch. When they basically, did the fattiest update for it ever. Why you kid? I needed that little bug. A little, blitter, what is it called? Skittering blister creep? I think I just walked up and ate it. What in the world? I needed it. Dude, I feel like I should have kept up with it. I feel like I missed the train because Overwatch finally became good and everybody started playing it. I definitely had my fun with it, but I feel like I should have done more. I should have spent more time with it, kind of like I did with Marvel Rivals, for just one season or at least 2 weeks. I just think all of that stuff came out and then shortly after midnight stuff started happening, so it was just not a good time for me at all. Too busy of a time. Middle lower perks baseline. Reaper has his right click permanently. What did Reaper have before right click? Mercy has a burst heal, not just sustain. I actually think that's okay. Yeah, I feel like Mercy sustain healing was sometimes spooky. Sometimes I'd be healing somebody and then it's like, okay, they're not recovering. They're not recovering. They're still not recovering. They're still continuing to not recover. And then they just die. And the entire time I'm just holding left click, just hoping for the best. Praying. Doubt that he would just left click. What's his right click do? Because apparently I do not remember Reaper correctly. But he has right click while both guns move to the center of the screen. Shoots him at the same time, extra wide range. That's kind of nice. So basically it's just like a ranged skill shot, I guess. Just poke damage, I imagine. It seems kind of good for a character that's super melee. Or might as well be pretty much melee. With how close he's gotta get. Yeah, poke and confirm kills. So headshot snipes. That's pretty good. That's so satisfying. Between the eyes just starting to crank now. I've gotten some gear. Alright, one more prey. And then we go... I don't think I do Dells, do I? I guess I could go for a heroic item, but I don't really need a heroic item anymore. I do wish there was a faster way to get to Zul'Aman. I feel like I would be doing more prey in Zul'Aman. It just takes a year and a half to fly there. You literally just have to put a Hearthstone in Zul'Aman zone, and then come back to Silver Moon using the Kito Argentina. That is the only viable way, I think, to play the game right now. You have to do that. So, wish they set up a portal that at least takes to the Zul'Aman village. Because flying there is just the longest travel time. And we'll be going there a lot, especially if you're going to be doing that, ritual sites and the the invasions and like the fishing abyssal minigame thing they got going on for 1205, you'll be going there a lot. At least with the Voidstorm and Harandar, you're like ported, and now you're in the center of the zone, and it feels like you get around the zone quicker. Shoots both guns at once, so it's perfect combo. The entire DPS roster. Is it actually? That's awesome. That sounds great. Come on, man. I'll get it snatched up, unfortunately. Surprised there wasn't a wind tunnel from Silverman to DA to make it faster. That would actually work. That would help. Yeah, there's like some kind of like a wind tunnel that you could like fly up to and then use it to kind of like zoom through it. That would help. It's kind of like flying to Hollowfall though, right? Like getting to Hollowfall generally, especially if you're flying from Ashka Head, takes a while, but there's like a wind tunnel that at least, you know, helps you just like go max. Okay. Ass. I thought Blizzard fixed it. Apparently not. I straight up thought Blizzard did fix it. Where you could just... Like if somebody did run over the trap, it would disappear for them, but you still could see it. Apparently not though. Apparently you can just screw over other players. Got it. Thank you, Blizzard. Appreciate it. Very cool. Love the collaborative. I love the collaborative nature of Prey. Where other players could just impede your progress. My favorite. Like, look, if this was like some kind of like a PvP mode, I could totally see somebody just like messing with you, right? Can't find a critter. Will do. I thought about it. Do you know Angry Joe show? I used to watch Angry Joe a while back. I feel like most people that have been around YouTube for a while would have seen Angry Joe. I used to watch him. Not so much these days. Why? You look like him but sound completely different to him. I look like Angry. I mean, I guess what, a beard would do it? I guess. But I guess if like if just having a beard is enough to look like another person, I'm sure that'll look like a number of other people. It also helps out that I'm a twin too, so when you say you look like somebody, I'm like, yeah, I look like my twin. I still need to get more sky shards. I do not have enough of them. I still need to get way more of them. I have not completed that grind whatsoever. Speaking of sky shards, I still don't have that one sky shard griffin from War Within either. Oh no, War Within. Okay, I said War Within, but then I thought, wait, I think it's actually BFA. Nah, I confused my acronyms. WW versus BFA. Okay, well if I do this, if I can complete this, it's gonna give me what, 5 more of that, 20 more hero crests. It gave me also champion crests that I can convert, or veteran crests that I can convert to champion, and champion that I can convert to hero. I actually might be able to get heroed out right now. I might be able to get heroed out right here when I complete all of this, because I get bonus crests and also can convert crests. And I don't think I need to do any like lower tier Mythic Plus or Delve content to get the rest of it. And then I can properly start upgrading my ults, dude. They're gonna shoot up an item level so fast. So quick. Baladash Melanore. Oh my god. Can I tell you, every time I hear them say Baladash Melanore, in my head, I've turned it into a little song. Every time they say Baladash Melanore, I just go in my head, Baladash Melanore, your mother is a whore. I don't know why.
Oh, how they raged. What fun.
I don't know why. Every single time. Just in my brain. Okay, we got that done. We got the hero thing. Your mother is not... Look. Maybe it's my brain. Maybe it's a little broken. Maybe it's my humor. Leave me alone. You can only hear Baladash Melanore enough times until you're just like, alright. Alright. Oh, I might have miscalculated. I may not have enough hero crests. That's 20. So I can't upgrade this anymore. Or no. Am I not done? Hero. Is it Mythic Crest? Hold on. Is it this that I gotta upgrade? Oh, it is. It is Mythic Crests.
If needed, I will answer the call.
Oh. Wait, I can upgrade this all the way. Or as far as I can. Okay, so I need 20 more. And I can earn 20 more. Okay, I need 20 more hero crests, and then I can be heroed out completely. That's what I need. That's what I need. Make sure I got the right stuff. I think I do a delve, right? I think I just do a delve. Like a single tier 11, and to just get it out of the way. Because I don't think I can do anything else for hero crests. Unless I go to like a raid run, do like a heroic Chimeras maybe, but I'm sure Chimeras we're gonna be doing that on like on alts or whatever. I don't even know if that's gonna be enough. Because I'm so close to being heroed out. I just need to upgrade the weapon. I didn't realize I needed to upgrade the weapon. Actually, I don't even need to spend all 100 Mythic Crests for this either, do I? I don't think I do. Yeah, I think I just do a single delve. I guess I'll do this delve. I don't know. I just want to do like a really fast one that is guaranteed to give me stuff. I'm sure this will though. Tier 11, make it bountiful, grab my crests, so many keys. The game is like, yo, you haven't played your rogue in a second here in delves. Wait, should I make Valeera tank and just like DPS stuff? Is that viable? Because I did that on my other character. Maybe I just make Valeera tank and I just actually just DPS things. And I'll just cleave her like little image that she spawns from time to time. Maybe that is the play. Hold on, maybe that's actually going to make delves easier, because she's been pumped up a little. I geared her and leveled her a little. Hopefully she'll actually stay in stealth though. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. If she doesn't move these guys, that is a little tougher. But it did die.
I don't think so.
And Valeera didn't die. Wait, maybe... They didn't buff Valeera, did they? Valeera, come here. Come here. Come here. Pinging you over here. I'm gonna move you. Come back. Get back over here. Just pull them out of the bad. The weekly from the Drakthir outside of the bank? It is. I've already done that though. Unfortunately, I've already done that one. And you could only do it once per character, so I don't know if I can do much about that. Otherwise, it would have been a fantastic, like, idea.
My eyes on you.
Although I am a little worried about Valeera on bosses. I don't know if she's going to be able to live bosses. Because anytime I do this on my Demon Hunter, and I just kind of let Valeera tank while I try to DPS, she does tend to die kind of quick. Not quick, but pretty regularly. You think Valeera could probably tank Nihilus at all?
Speak no more.
Like if you're really in love with her. Because she wasn't taking a lot of damage against Nihilus for the most part. Like generally speaking. She just does not take a lot of damage from him, even with the DPS spec. What level is your Valeera? 50. I should level her up a little more. And I just need to get more of my delves done. This week was a dungeon week, so I tried spending more time doing dungeons if I could. Trying to get that dungeon quest done. Definitely didn't do a great job with it. Look, she's taking damage and you just attack it and she's healed. And technically she could spawn a bunch of them. So you could just keep like healing her again and again and again. Please stay in stealth. Okay. Okay. She's got better at that.
The best you can do.
She used to be really bad at that.
Be quiet.
556, I could try. Yeah, go for it. She does not take a lot of damage at all. And as long as you can hit her like clones or whatever,
Now
I imagine that should heal her just fine. Okay, we are gonna get aggroed. I'm thinking maybe I just... Okay, I was thinking maybe I could run, but I don't even have a meld. Maybe I could just, reset? Okay, well, she's trying to reset. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, though. I am in stealth. Actually, hold on. I am in stealth. Technically. Just in combat. Okay, I think we just kill. I made out of these guys, though. Like, these mobs are all going to be very, very painful.
be quiet.
That's her, like, image thing can spawn.
I don't think so.
Those rest of shaman is so fast.
That's the best you can do. I don't think so.
I kind of miss when Valeera would like mix up her lines and fuse them together. So a lot of them she would just yell out like, "I don't catch," randomly. I do miss that Valeera. I miss old Valeera.
Be quiet.
She's not spawning her like image or whatever.
This was
I think
your
she's gonna randomly die. Did you take damage from the illusions?
quiet.
I feel like she might. There we go. Look at that. As soon as that one of those things spawns, you could just heal Valeera. Like, I don't think you really need to be a healer with a tank Valeera. It's just easier. More natural combo, but I think it might be possible to just do without it. Dude, this actually, I like this so much better. As a rogue, I did DPS, level Lyra tank, and I just hit a image. That is so nice. If this is how Duels were with Brand, that would have been awesome. But they specifically made Brand to be just usable with a healer. And that's all. Okay. I think with this, I should be able to upgrade my stuff. I just need to up the dagger a little, and then we're good. Acid Rain, Chain, Lightning Spam, and Earth Shield heals Valyria. Do you have Valyria as a DPS when you heal her, or as a tank? Because I've heard a lot of people go for a DPS Valyria just because she kills things so much faster. And since she takes so little damage, like most people just throw a heal at her, but they just let her tank stuff in DPS.
I have answers if you have questions.
I was also gonna say, like, where am I? How far am I along with the Delve stealth too? I'm a little behind. I need to get to progress 9 so I can start getting hero track items for my ults. But I do have all my crest cap, and I'm pretty sure, unless I'm wrong, this dagger upgrade that I have, this one is my final hero track item. Did it work? Am I missing something? I didn't get the achievement for Crest. Adventurer, Champion. I gotta like relog. Log out and in. Okay. I was gonna say for a second, like, I'm pretty sure I got it, but like, what am I missing here? I got all of them heroed out. Because then my ults are gonna be able to zoom in out of level. I've been collecting so many hero crests. Beautiful. Beautiful. Outgrow the use of lower tier crests so I can actually wear good stuff. Thank goodness. Goodness gracious. Very happy about that. I'll play tank so she's DPS for me. My right pally will run her as a healing though. I ran her as a healer. Healer works, but I actually kind of like her as a tank. I like her as a tank on my mage when I'm doing like 8s just for gear. But it's actually really good. Like letting her tank and I'm just range DPSing, it's so nice, man. Having her pick up tank and stuff is good. But also Frost Mage cleaves naturally, so like anytime my ice lands, it just spawns her a little image to heal her. It will just naturally cleave the image, so I usually don't have to target them. And that heals her a ton. So I don't need to do giga pulls, I do smaller pulls, but they're like small and efficient. And whether we're just saying stuff. So I guess it depends what type of pulls you go for. I think normally, under most circumstances, I would have her as a healer on my rogue. And that is what you have to have her during the boss fight. But like her in the tank, it just feels like you're so hands off, you don't even need to like participate. Just let her do stuff. Run DPS on a mage. Run her DPS. Yeah, I guess as a mage you can just kite stuff and control things to smithereens. You don't even take damage to begin with. So I guess you in particular are just like you just run around and ignore fighting anything, just let her kill stuff from a distance. Because she does do a decent bit of AoE. Oh, shut up so fast. Yeah. Yeah, mages have that as an advantage. Giga Demi. Thank goodness I got some enchants. Or not enchants, but you got what I mean. Can I do tailoring? I can do tailoring. Free 500 gold. Don't mind if I do.
Glory to the Sindora.
I need to work. I do need to work on my professions a lot more. Where I have them. That's max. I don't think I really need chest. No, I'm Celestian items are fine. Yeah, that'll be okay. Here, I think I just dumped the rest into Vantage Runes. I think doing missiles is fine, but Vantage Runes long term is probably going to be better. We're still going to continue to raid for a while. Thoughts on N+ changes? I like him. I like him a lot, Misery. I like him a lot, Jay. I think they needed for a while like some kind of a reason to push beyond like 3K and higher. So this is going to get more people into higher end M+. And with how like approachable Mythic Plus dungeons are, I think you're just going to create a bigger pool of players because you can now go back and get old mounts. I'm very interested about the exclusive mount for the top 1% of players. Very interested because it's essentially a gladiator mount just for M+ers. I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be really healthy. It's going to make it very competitive at the top end. I just wonder what it is. If it's a garbage looking mount, I'll be disappointed. But if it's amazing, I'll be happy. Leveling characters around her DPS, she goes so fast. Yeah, that's usually what you can do with her. What do I do if I have all KSM? That's the thing. I do wonder myself as well, because I got them all as well. I've been getting KSM, KSL mounts ever since they introduced them in BFA. So I too ask. I feel like they need to add like maybe a recolors of old mounts as well. So like bring back original and like an extra recolor. Because, yeah. So just get the achieve? Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. I feel like if you have all of them, maybe they should let you like do, I don't know, get like 3,400 on 10 characters and then you can buy the 1% mount. Maybe. I don't know if they should, but I guess maybe you could add recolors or something. Right? But Keystone Hero months or BFA. BFA, you just had like a little worm. Let's see if I can find it. Keystone. Yeah, you just had the Awakened Mind Borer. Battle for Azeroth Keystone Master Season 4. I'm pretty sure that is the first time they added a mount for it. And you just got this little thing. This little wiggly guy. Then we got these Death Walkers for Shadowlands. We got this purple one. As well as this red one. I think this was Season 3 and this is Season 4, right? Yeah, this is Season 4. Then we have the Armorodons, which are pretty cool for Dragonflight. We got the mech. We got the Shredder tank. This is where they added KSL. And then we got Scarlet Void Flare and Azure. This is also for KSL. And then we have the mount from this season. I'm yet to get this guy. Just a couple more dungeons. We got the birds. Which I guess they're cool. 1% currently, 2,500 AOB high title range, so it's 30. It's gonna grow higher, right? Right now, it's gonna grow way, way higher. That's gonna be for like the end of the season, but it's gonna go way higher. If title is 3,500, it's probably gonna be 36, 37. Because seasonal dungeons this season are much, much easier, in my opinion, than anything we've seen so far. Okay, well, I'm heroed out. I guess I go do Mythic Zeros, right? Can I see how many of those? So I have 305 of these. I still only have 7 of these. I'm really bad at this game, bro. I'm just really, really bad. And my other shards are... Really? I only have 31? I thought I had way more. I was pretty sure I had way more than 31. I guess I'm wrong about it. I still need to do the grind. So I just need to get 3,700, which should be pretty easy. 37, it depends how inflated things are gonna get. Because if people, look, if there are mounts of gold, people are gonna start selling them. People are gonna be putting more players into the higher end that are buying those scores. So I think it's gonna probably go way higher than 37. It's probably gonna get more competitive. 37, I think, is a conservative number, in my opinion, but don't be surprised if it like balloons out of proportion for this season specifically with this set of changes. Because people will be running in the best of the best gear, playing the best of the best classes at their peak. And I wouldn't be surprised if people start buying runs to secure like a set amount of score. Last season is probably the highest title we'll ever see, to be honest. Last season, yeah, that was inflated. I feel like this season is pretty easy though. Like people are already pretty early on without best of slot gear are doing 16s and 17s. So you are going to be going to a higher key range, I think, after this. Once everybody has actual best of slot gear. So it's going to be pretty competitive in my opinion. Title was 3,900. It's really high. Look, They never had a mount reward, and I feel like that's going to get more people buying the run. I would not be surprised. And maybe this is just me overestimating it. Pure gut feeling. I think it's going to get pretty high. Like, maybe almost 4K score. Almost. I feel like that's very much a possibility. 100 more points. I know it sounds like that's a lot of dungeons. That's really high end. Yeah, this season has been pretty surprisingly easy. At least to get into. And everybody's not even best in slot geared. Far from it. Like, we still got, like, I don't know, 10 more item levels on us. Maybe not 10, but like 6, 7. Pretty close to 10. Yeah, but it doesn't change the 1% will be max 37. Maybe I'm way overshooting my numbers. That is very much a possibility. I will agree. I'm probably highly overshooting my numbers here. Very, very likely. Way overshooting it. Let's try to find a 13. Because I want to try to see if I can get more keys to get my score up. Plus, I need to get my weekly caps anyway. Do you get more for like higher than 12s? What's the cap? What is the cap? Is it 14s at like 20? Get a 10 kills in DPS for this 12 Nexus? I guess I could do a 12 with Desvik and Daz with some of the other guildies. I'm gonna do a 14 NX with a wife. You wanna come? Actually though, yeah, I would if I don't get picked up right now. My score is not amazing, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be just fine. It's a sitting queue. Wait, he has to list it up? What's happening? Okay, well, it looks like that guy is, what is it? They pick it up another DPS. You're a gamer, bro? Okay. Yeah, I'll run with you. I'm down, because they're going to pick up the Paladin. Or the Pally is most likely going to send up, and that'll be their DPS. Sure. Not a queue yet? Okay. I'll wait then. Can you not invite? I've noticed more people are just listing stuff in the LFG queue instead of like inviting each other. That's been happening in my guild, but I don't know if it's just like the guild chat is all kinds of messed up or not. 5's in the queue at the moment will be going right after. Okay. I'll give it a second then. I can wait. I like how I'm almost capped a champion crest and your crest. I barely did anything. I just logged on. So this week I need to max my dagger. Actually, how many crests do I even need to max the dagger? Because I got my hero track dagger maxed, so it's going to actually save me a couple of mythic crests. So it is still 80 actually. It is still going to be 80. It is still going to be quite a decent bit. Okay. So with that, Mythic Crest, let's say I put it into 100. And I guess I fully upgrade stuff, see what's see what I can do. Oh, I guess I could do dagger and belt, couldn't I? Could up them by 20. If I invest all of them into dagger. Or if I get another item or something. Let me sim it, just to see what's best. Oh, I gotta also run this. We also gotta do every week drop optimizer, otherwise we don't get loot and raid. Run the whole like seasonal raid stuff with gear optimizer and item level optimizer. Swap it out. Kind of a hassle doing it every single week, but we gotta like do a drop optimizer for hero track and mythic track for all the items, otherwise we don't get any loot and raid. Okay, so dagger and glove seems to be just the slightest bit more. Okay, that'll work. Dagger and gloves. I'm hoping to finally get like the gaze trinket or the feather from Dalaran. I really need another good trinket, like an actually good trinket. Crucible is fine, but like, there's not a lot of good trinkets for Outlaw. At all. So it's a little disappointing. I'm also hoping I'll find some free time this week to get more Mythic Pluses out of the way. I kind of want to actually push score a little. I always have the desire to want to do stuff, but I usually find myself really limited on time. Either because of project or other reasons. Down. Push 3400 this week. Yeah, my Mythic Plus, the guys that I usually run with, they're also super hyped to push 3400. I have not been able to run with them at all because of my schedule being so messed up. But they're also really excited, so I definitely want to get as many keys as I can this week. Should be easy. I mean, there's people right now that are doing queuing into like 16 Brazil keys. So like people already have Brazil 16s. They can basically rise all tides with that one, right? Push everybody up like that. Keep slamming your heads into a keys until everybody gets all 16s out of the way. So that is an option too. Has a Brazil 16s. Yeah, I have a couple of guildies that were just queuing up into 16 Brazils. 19 keys in a EU, might yoink some 16, 17s. Might as well, honestly. Like, if they have a Brazil, you might as well be along for the ride, help build their key. They get a new key and they could push that to something, you get some score out of it. It's that simple. Creators crying that M+ raids is easy when the game is the healthiest it's ever been. Why streamers and creators crying that M+ and raids is easy? So I can't say for everybody. I also don't want to be wrapped up with like just because I make YouTube videos to be put into, oh, you're a creator, therefore you agree. I don't want it to be like a monolith of sorts. I personally don't think. I think a lot of players do want a challenge from like the top end. They like the idea of the content being difficult and the players are rewarded for doing really difficult stuff. I do think that the difficulty has been going like really high to some degree. Between like the class design and some of being really unintuitive, some of the mechanics being kind of unintuitive, so you just kind of... It feels like the parts you're just like skipping things and breaking parts of the game just so you can get ahead, right? Some of the tech that people have been doing in Mythic Plus for really cheesy encounters is just... It works, but it feels cheesy. So I actually do kind of like, for Midnight, that they kind of tracked it back a little, right? Like... Content feels like it's a little bit easier for people to dive into, especially for players that don't do high-end Mythic, high-end rating, high-end dungeons, high-end rating. And I think that could potentially inspire more people to join the pool, to push more players into the higher end, so that you have more people to play with. So I think there's advantages there. That being said, the competitive nature of human beings is always going to want to see like top players rewarded with the best rewards. And it cannot be easy to get that kind of a challenge. So like Nihilus is a boss, right? Early on he's really tough, it is really fun, but it will be a boss you'll be able to outgear and outlevel with Valera so that the boss becomes a pushover. So then it's like, it's fun at the beginning, but this is definitely the easiest boss they've done so far for Delves, right? And for players like that satisfaction of high-end difficult content, some players really love that part. And when that fades, that's their like enjoyment of the game fades as well. You know what I mean? A lot of streamers push high end. I think it's too easy and they want a challenge. They don't realize the average player wants to be accessible. Tens are significantly easier. They are. I don't think it's that bad to like allow more players to, you know, get that foot through the door in the content. I don't think that's bad, personally speaking. I can see both sides, but personally, I'm fine with them like toning back on like the most top end of challenge. You know, I think it'd be a different story for actually getting 4 out of 6 Mythic gear for timing 18s from Vault, and people would see that it's really hard. 18 would actually be worth doing. Yeah, I think if they did that, they were initially gonna do something like that, weren't they? Where you go to get some of the best gear for doing the hardest of content. But they pulled back on it, I think, to make sure that players that are getting into that weekly key territory don't feel like they're severely behind. Because if it's like, if you feel like, the problem is, like, if you feel that you're so far behind and the person ahead of you is too far ahead, you drop out of the race. A lot of people do have that mentality of seeing, oh, I'm way too far behind. I'll never catch up to the person at the front. Even though in a lot of cases you would never be able to. It's just the feeling of I'll never be able to reach that ever, even if I try my hardest. There's a bunch of different hurdles in my way. It'll be very difficult. I just drop out of the race entirely. I'm not even gonna try. Interest drops out. So I feel like it's about preserving that interest to give players a goal that they can reach for. that it feels like it's kind of far, but it's manageable, where it doesn't feel like you're so behind every other player out there. So I feel like that's why they decided to remove the higher and plus rewards. So I understand him in that front of why they did it. The question is, I guess, is it healthy for the game? I think it's healthy to have reachable goals. What's it called? WoW audit. That's where I gotta upload my shit. Ba-da-ba-ba. The fact that I gotta replace this every single week is such a pain in the ass. Load another mythic. Hopefully I get the Gaze of Ons here, man. I need like a good trinket finally. That thing would be 2000 DPS increase. Ah, yeah, hell, even the feather. Even the feather would be like substantial DPS increase. Okay, well, I'm done with that. Knock my prey out tonight, and then I'm home from a walk. Back trying to push 10 keystones a day, weather permitted. Yeah, hopefully weather permits it. Yeah, I went for a walk early today. It was like 83 degrees, but humidity low. Kind of a nice breeze, so it was actually manageable. But it's starting to get hot, man. It's starting to get hot, and when its humidity is going to go up, I'm going to be very, very sad. It's going to be bad in summer, but it's going to be worse in fall when the hurricane season hits. I think it'd be a different story for, yeah, I don't know, man. I would not be put in the same boat of streamers that are like, we need content to be more difficult. I'm kind of fine with the difficulty as is, how it's a little more like easier to get your feet wet, I guess is the best way to put it. As long as I continue to reward players that are pushing high-end content. So like adding an exclusive amount for the top 1% of Mythic Plus players, or giving players an opportunity to get previous seasons Mythic Plus rewards, gives players that, let's say, want to get into high-end content, that haven't played previous expansions or seasons, feel like they missed out on rewards, here's an opportunity for you to re-earn those rewards. Oh, now that I'm thinking about it, they're giving players an opportunity to re-earn rewards you couldn't earn before. Would they ever do that with gladiator mounts? Think about it. Think about it. What if? I think more people would get into PvP. If they're letting people get KSM mounts, what about AOTC mounts? I'm wondering now. They would not. The troop hugs are demonic. They are. PvPers would. Omega tilt. Look, they're opening the door. I'm not saying that they should. I'm not agreeing with Blizzard here. Hear me out, right? When people say hear me out, usually it's a really, really bad idea, but just hear out my logic. They're bringing back a reward that was previously removed, that was available for a set season, and as soon as that season is over, it's gone. But they're giving players an opportunity to push beyond expectations, beyond regular like plus 10 keys or Keystone Legend. Way beyond that 3400. You're going to get a bunch of 15s, maybe a couple of 16s, as Jake said earlier. So it's encouraging players that normally don't do that to push that level to get an extra reward. Not a new one, but an old one. So I'm wondering if they're like opening a door for someone like this to be in the game. Push further that normally is expected of players. Bare minimum, high expectation. Right? To get an additional reward. But not a new one, so they don't have to make something. An old one. Something that already exists in the files. So if they applied for Mythic Plus, wouldn't it be possible for them to technically apply to PvP as well? You know, at 2400 and then you get 50 wins, you get a gladiator mount. What if you need to push to like 2800? Or like 3k? 2600? I don't know. Some kind of rating. And then you get like 50 more wins in that bracket. And then you get an old gladiator mount from previous seasons. You went beyond the bare minimum high-end expectation. Push yourself beyond what you normally would be able to. And get an additional reward. It's 2300. Okay, it is 2300. So I guess you can adjust the number to like 2500. Right? That's not the point. The point isn't the specific rating. The point is you're adding like a way for players to get an old reward through relevant content by pushing yourself. So if they're doing that for Mythic Plus, realistically, I'm not saying that they should do it. I'm not saying that I agree with it. I'm just stating the logic, right? That's all I'm doing is just talking about the logic. They're just adding a way for you to push beyond, bumping the mic, beyond, I don't know why I did it the first way, beyond what's expected of you at higher end, right? Keystone Legend, not every player is going to do it, but that is some of the high end expectation. Hey, push beyond yourself, blast 10s, and then you get a mount. Do a little more pushing, you know, push yourself a little further, get an additional reward. They added that from or older reward. They're adding it for Mythic Plus, and I'm just wondering if that's opening a door for kind of this type of system to be added to other content. So like raids, I guess, for instance, right? I guess there's AUTC mounts. Maybe not. Probably unlikely. They've been really, really picky on which ones come back. The only really one that ever come back was for Legion Remix. That was maybe a very unique thing. Maybe they'll do it for other remixes, but who knows? But PvP does have gladiator mounts, rewards that were removed for that season. So you would think maybe there's an opportunity for them to possibly add that structure. Again, I'm not saying they should do it. I'm not saying I agree with it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just wondering if that logic works in Mythic Plus. Doesn't that logic technically work in PvP as well? That would just need to basically increase the rating, you gotta get a certain amount of wins at a certain bracket, and then you're good. Hell, and this is where this part right here. That's all the logic, right? That's it. It's there. Technically, they could do it, and I feel like they could potentially push it and justify it like that. And in that case, it would make sense. Of course, people would be upset, but still, it's like you're opening up a door where this could be a possibility. That's all I'm saying. It's a unique thing, but that's all I'm saying. They could potentially take it further, though. Okay, I'm not gonna give them ideas. I feel like if I say something dumb here, if I say something, Blizzard may get ideas, and that would actually make people mad. Like, I was just gonna offer another way for players to also potentially add a way for them to get glad mounts without really essentially doing 3v3s. I'm not gonna say it out loud. I'm just not gonna put that idea into the world. All raid mounts are easy, but time consuming. Make gladiator mounts a random drop from players in AV in just Alterac Valley. You just queuing up Alterac Valley and just like, oh my god, you guys, brutal gladiator Drake, brutal gladiator Nether Drake, score. Honestly, at that point, if they do that, make it as a drop from follower BGs, right? I mean, you got PvPers bitching and QQing that nobody plays the mode. The problem with that is, I guess the question is, are people complaining that nobody plays PvP or nobody plays the comp-based PvP? Because 3v3s, you could definitely be sitting there for a while queuing. High-end solo shuffles, you could be queuing for a while. BG Blitz is very healthy. Solo shuffle, generally, on average, is fairly healthy. 2's kind of healthy until you get to really higher brackets. 3v3s can definitely get unhealthy and very samey in comps. So it depends who is talking about what issue. Is it just nobody's queuing PvP in general, or they're not queuing 3v3s because solo shuffle and blitz is more easier to get into? Because like RBGs definitely have like a limited supply of players that are playing against each other because you could just queue blitz. Right? If you just want to get your BGs out of the way, get some of those rewards, just queue blitz. Is it like RBGs? Not quite. It doesn't quite scratch the same itch, but close enough. Was it Garage HSC Mop Remix? No, it was not. They, for some reason, that one specifically, they said it was not going to come back. That one apparently was like a very, very unique to Miss Up on Daria specifically, and they felt like it was not really worth bringing that one back. So they did break all glad mounts and spark a flame to PvP. I do agree with you on that. I think if they did that and they had players push higher than 2400 or 2300 and then get 50 wins, right? So maybe 2500 or 2600 and get 50 wins in that bracket, you would get more players pushing beyond 2300, 2400 into the higher brackets. There'll be more players to play up against, faster queues, there'll be more participation in general, more players who are playing their mains or walls or whatever the hell it would be. So I think comp-based would get more play. As long as they don't give it as a reward for solo, then I think comps would definitely get more play. Do a mini season for PvP like they did for Prey and Dows. With enough to finish, you can get token for an old gladiator mount. I don't know about token. I think if they did that, I think people would complain. I'm not kidding you. Like, I think PvPers would complain. A lot of PvPers are very, very specific on like old rewards. And it's just... like, it's just how the vibe is, right? Not everybody agrees with it, but there is definitely like a bit of a, not a consensus, but definitely a bit of like a shared take by a decent number of PvPers. I'd say majority, if not pretty close to a majority. Old PvP. Oh, like old, what are you talking? Are you talking about gladiator mounts or like honor saddle mounts? Because saddle mounts, I'd be kind of cool with that. Well, the downfall is all the recent Glad mounts are lame. Yeah, War Within ones were pretty bad. Season 3 was good. What was the ones for? BFA had the good Proto Dragon. A lot of people like that. Shadowlands had a sick Drake. People like that one. BBC Glad mount. Yeah, the other Drakes were pretty sick. Wrath of the Lich King ones are pretty cool. Mizpadari were kind of fine. Warlord of General ones sucked in my opinion. Grons were not cool or interesting. They were kind of okay, but like they were ground mount. Legion 1 had those cool ass Drakes. I like those. Those were sick. I won DF season. Oh yeah, Dragonflight mounts were actually sick too. Yeah, the purple Drake and the red Drake, as well as the green worm and like the red or black and red worm. It's like black with red flames, I think. Yeah, those were pretty sick. The season 4 one and season 1 were all definitely pretty awesome. Although this season's Gladiator mount is kind of sick too, the Proto Dragon. I do hate how they went back to Proto Dragons because they were like, well, we just recently have Proto Dragons, but you guys seem to like them. So we're just gonna do more Proto Dragons. Might as well. But yeah, that could work. Yeah, as long as they make good ones. I think this season they did fine. They just need to really get a lot of like players' feedback, the PvPers' feedback on the Gladiator mounts before they start releasing them. All PvPers need to suck it up. They already did things like make CG items available in game with ways. Maybe do a recolor of all Gladiator mounts as options if they want a separate thing. I guess like a recolor would be maybe kind of okay, because then the original would still be original. Yeah, maybe they could do that. The only problem is like it's all about acquisition of those things, right? What does it take? What are the requirements to acquire it? Dragonhawks would be cool. Dragonhawks with like giga armor would be sick. I do agree. I do agree. Dragonhawk, because they did have some really cool ones, right? I know they have the Light and the Void one from way ago, but like these are pretty sick. Like they're really not that bad. And we got a whole group. What in the world? Okay, Nexus, right? Should I go assassination just so I could like funnel everything? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. We're starting. Got it. I'll play Outlaw. Maybe you're right, Sleepy. Right, maybe the old frogs just need to just move on. Maybe the time is now, old man. Right? Maybe it's just, you know, it's just time to go the way of the dodo, right? Move over, let everybody else have cool rewards. Shut up. It's no longer 10 years ago. Shut it. But I feel like when you tell people that, they usually don't take it, you know, a good way. They usually don't take it like in a pleasant way. I wonder why. Who knows? We spill to PvP that normally wouldn't. Is that not a win? You're not wrong. You're not entirely wrong. I'm gonna be a cat. Oh wait, it's only 5 minutes? Oh, this story's so bad. I thought this would last a lot longer than 5 minutes. That's so bad. Gotta do a big list poll. Yes. Is this a Rizal or is this like an actual key? Also, what key did I even get? I don't think I really pushed anything super high this week. Nexus? Oh wait, I already have Nexus. Okay, well if this key fails, I do have a 13. I don't know if you guys would want to run it back. I will still give me a score. Actual key, got it. I won't troll, I promise. I'll play as best as I can. I'll just try to lock in and focus up. Better than Blizzard being like, oh, PvP is dead, let's not work on that. Coughs, pet battles. I don't think PvP is going to go by the way of pet battles, but I don't disagree. They do need to spend more time in PvP. Getting more people into PvP, I guess, could be a way for them to just, like, you know, put a fire under their ass.
Give up this foolishness.
Maybe.
We have already won. You put all of Silvermoon in danger. This isn't worth the risk.
stop Lafraxi.
Did I never have a drone rush in the opener? That's embarrassing. Hope I did. Oh, the damage is still good. For now.
Hurry up those repairs. If we aren't careful, that will be all of us.
Big guy coming. I guess we're not fighting him. Oh yeah, we are. Oh yeah, we are. I can never reach him. Wait, that worked out really well, actually. Normally I see a lot of groups struggle when the big guy comes up, but here we're just chilling. Actually just vibing. Oh, we're dead. Oh my god, we're so dead. Darkness? Holy, we just live with darkness. Oh my god. Okay, somebody still has me in combat. No mind, we're chilling. We're in combat for like a second. Wish we would have pulled one extra mob. Three is like a weird angle for me. Oh, they also changed outlaw priority. You could blade flurry on 3 targets. Apparently. I kind of feel it. Uh-oh. Made a friend. May I disable this? I'll try to. These guys are gonna start casting back there. Can't really stop them all that easily. Dude, I'm having to focus in so hard. I'm actually so locked in. Such a good ring. I'm trying to make sure none of my globals fail. Making sure that I'm getting like the most value for every single hit. I feel like I need a little more haste. Even though the Sims completely disagree. It'll vanish. I'm getting too much aggro. Out of my fold though. Yeah, Hay's definitely feeling on a lower end right now. Thankfully, please, so expensive. Oh, this is so rough. We're gonna have to switch to those guys immediately. Gonna just drop the barrels. Another one. Thank God I had procs. Holy. Okay, bro. These things actually do take a while to die. But we got an arcane mage. Okay. Our damage might be a little weird. Because the arcane mages are good. I'm not talking shit, Jake. I'm not talking shit. Trust, trust, trust. It's just, compared to Frost, you could just lance and everything just melts. And those barrels would be, like, dead pretty quick. A lot of the cases.
More of you mindless intruder.
Don't have a target.
Oh my God. This is actually so good for me right now.
Stay away from my work.
Still recharging. I can't
This is but another prototype.
As long as I don't make a mistake positioning, then I'll be okay. Mostly. Oh, we're so pincered. Actually pinched.
A good core right always has its mood.
Oh, that is so rough. May not have a lot of space depending where he sends it. I honestly don't know if cloak is going to be enough. For cloak to let me live. I don't know. I'm just not going to risk it.
A good core right always has its mood.
I should have stood there. I should have clipped a bunch, but I couldn't. I'm pretty sure cloak would remove the buff too. We got some freedom. Massive. Okay, now we're pincered again. Okay, try not to get pinched. That's so hard. We got such a good setup over there. Such a good cross. Do we need a B-res? I may need one. Cloak. I don't think it makes a difference. Okay, I messed up. I messed up. It's over. Oh yeah, it's over. I mean, I could just pistol shot him, but that's about all I can do. Okay, well, I could at least free us, maybe. Maybe me and this guy could just live. 20%. Kinda doubt it though. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, ain't happening. Ah, yeah. That's so bad. I think it's over, right? Or do we just go?
target.
I'm gonna assume we could just have another go, but... Okay. Or that works. Or that works. It was an attempt. Do we want to do 13 maybe? No, that guy's gone. I think I do need to start running B-res items. Jumper cables? Cannot be used on by players higher than level 80. Does it not have any jumper cables in like a B-res item in Midnight? B-res item. Check current expansion only. Battle res. It's got to be consumable, right? Is it other? Emergency soul link. Soul link. Okay, they do have it. Okay, I'll run like 5 of them, I guess. This emergency soul link is gonna be good. Long term. Okay, now I have it. Appreciate it. I was playing Arcane or anything above 13, and I think a drop as Arcane Pulse should just play Focus Cleave. That might be the play. That might be the play. I just think Frost just does so much unreasonable amounts of free damage while still having great priority. It's just way too good. But yeah, Arcane, it used to kind of do that, but I feel like the changes in Midnight made it just a little bit not as strong as it was. Play ask if you want, or believe in damage, by the way. I will always believe in your damage, don't worry. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, believe could not achieve whatever we're trying to do with core right. I was doing kind of okay on some of the ads. Some of those pulls were fine. If it brings people to PvP, it normally would not. Is that another one for all? Better Blizzard? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, man. I feel like you'll have a hard time convincing people to do PvP at high end about like bringing back old rewards. Because imagine if you're just like, oh, okay, let's add old rewards back in. And maybe you'll get like, I don't know. I mean, let's say you get like, I don't know, 5 people that are like, okay, I'm actually going to join PvP and give it a try. But then 50 people leave. Right? That would be a pretty bad ratio. If like majority of the community that does play PvP regularly, religiously, doesn't want it, I think at that point you should probably listen to the community. Right? If you make a move that'll cause a bunch of people that are core fans to leave for whatever reason, right? Whether you agree with them or disagree with them, that would be probably the worst move ever. At the end of the day, I think those should like really assess like who wants the changes, who doesn't want the changes, and adding those, would that actually increase the amount of people that are playing PvP versus the people that would leave because they don't like these changes or don't agree with them, right? Because maybe like in your mind, you're like, I want these changes, but if majority of PvPers that do play don't want them, I think you should listen to your core audience. A lot of the companies don't, like, they ignore the core audience, trying to chase, like, additional extra players, but a lot of the times, unfortunately, a lot of those moves they make where they try to get new players, a lot of the times, that usually goes sideways. People just having this meltdown on plus change. I do wonder what everybody's saying, though. I imagine that would be big. That would be huge. In fact, the triple beam spawned right after we got rid of them, so cursed. Yeah, the beams were pretty rough. And he dropped the puddle, and then the crossover was in a puddle, so we couldn't really do anything there. I think we were fine. It's just the death and not being able to battle res after is what kind of messed us up. Because then he did a drop that put the healing debuff. Me and you live because we can, you know, Demon Hunter Rogue, self-healing, or Cloak. Pretty sure I cloaked it. But the mage at that point, like, all he could do is press shield and hope for the best. And he's not Frost either, so it's not like he can, you know, double wall, double shield. He only got one of those. Frost is notably tankier. But yeah. That was an unfortunate overlap. I do agree. That boss, I don't know. Maybe if there was like, I guess you wouldn't really want him to have like the beams come out in like a very predetermined way because you could just cheese the fight. But I do hope that maybe they can make it a little bit easier to see. Like a pink line on the ground or even a red line showing where the beam is going to appear. And then the beam appears. Because sometimes for like a good portion of beta, right? Doing that dungeon in particular, I'm like, it looks like it's facing that way. I think I'm good. And then a beam just goes like across. And I didn't see the other endpoint at all. And I just get absolutely just wiped out in a single go. I do think that maybe they could just like add some kind of like a ground effect to tell you, hey, this line right here, this like this space, that's going to be really bad in 3, 2, beam. Right? Because otherwise you got to look around, head on a swivel, find all the spots. All the 120k DPS against 5 targets in a defense build pretty nicely. Nice. That's huge. For a tank, the more damage the merrier. Mage walked in and got bonked. Oh, did the mage walk into a beam? Is that what killed him? Yeah, if the mage ended up walking into the beam, that's unfortunate. Oh yeah, he did get arc lined. That's unfortunate. Then I just died to the, I think, the rot. Apparently, arcane spill. Okay, I stood in a, I'm pretty sure I stood in arcane spill to try to get the beam. I was thinking like I might have enough health to clear us a path. Maybe I should have just stuck around and waited. Just cleared the beam from afar, but like, or maybe just not cleared. Just, I do think it probably needs to clear though. I'm pretty sure that does a ton of, I feel like I was just dead anyway. So like, otherwise the debuff does give you a pretty heavy dot. That is gonna hurt, but even when you clear it, that also hurts too. I think I should have cleared in a safer area. Maybe then I would have had sippy cup, maybe lived. No guarantee, but that maybe might have like been something to work with. Maybe it would be alive longer, help the boss get low enough, Brewmaster can finish, touch of death, we res, we move on to the next side, try to see if we can salvage it. That actually in hindsight probably would have been a better move. I'm thinking about it. How long for the day we get to use this? One player's actually using the Rune of Apocalypse for a short bit. It's some content. I think maybe for PvP. For like a very, 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 very short window. Or was it on Plus for the DR? I really just need to pick up playing a tank. I mean... I feel like the problem is your cortisol levels are gonna go up because then now you have to like hurt cats and figure out routes and all that. I think honestly just low cortisol, Havoc Demon Hunter, I-Beam Blade Dance, just let someone else run around and tank. It should be hopefully, maybe they'll do another tank buff, right? Maybe they'll just give tanks a better buff, but yeah. I feel like tanks have so much stuff going on. It does seem like, oh, if I just go tank, maybe then I'll just get more groups and get into higher keys. But then it's like, now you just got to deal with all that stress and pressure. You know? Just having a low cortisol season while still being able to push as a DPS, I think, in my opinion, is preferable. At least I would prefer it myself. Is that a challenge mode weapon? I saw the staff like grow tentacles for a second. I think it did. It's one of the CM staffs. Oh yeah, there it is. The tentacles. This is the Dimension Ripper. It's kind of sick, honestly. Probably we get like a tank or something in a bit. At some point I will need to go eat dinner and things like that. And I think it might actually be not a bad idea to do a video on the whole 3400 mount thing that they got going on for 1205. Kind of want to go see how bad it is in the Wowhead comment section. Oh yeah, it's already 100 comments. Yeah, there it is. Please give us a tank. Please give us a tank. Ideally a monk, but what other tanks are in play right now? Wait, assassination in S tier right now? Hold on a second. Assassination apparently has been rising big time. At least on Archon it's listed as S tier. 160k DPS, Jesus. Yeah, holy moly. Single target build or cleave build or whatever it is. Yeah. In fact, it's pretty strong. I really do need a puzzle box if I want to play Assassination though. Having a 2-minute trinket with that class would be huge. Get a box stream. I did have one drop the other day, but I could have like really been like, hey, I really need this thing because one of the guildies I got it, but I decided just to slash roll it. Yeah, assassination rogues are pumping right now. Crazy good for them. But roll hunter just so I could be lust guinea pig. Yeah, I could see that. Because people don't know when to lust or how to have the time. I guess you could, yeah, just run BM, press 5 buttons, press lust. I do think it would just be like super annoying to re-roll to a class, gear it out, start playing it, and then just watching people make mistakes even though like, you're like got the lust out of the way. Yeah. I don't think that DPS is with AUG. But the assassination 160k? I don't think DPS in logs counts for like I don't think AUGs help it, right? I don't think having an AUG doesn't make a difference. I'm pretty sure it's just the raw DPS in like logs at least. And it's logs too. 188k? Is there another one in logs that did some kind of a crazy different build? 188. Oh no, Archon is the highest is like 167 for internal bleeding, but that's really about all you swap for it. That being said, when it comes to like logs for Mythic Plus, they're not always accurate. That is something somebody pointed out to me the other day. As well, they're decent, they're not always accurate. Also because you have a situation where like not everybody's going to be tracking their stuff. like in the same way. Oh, okay, Squish Vegan together with a melee comp. Toxic on the assassination. That's kind of good, actually. I like melee comps, man. I like the fact that they're doing stuff. Even get some weird melee comp with the red. But I guess that works. Usually it's together with a hunter, but I guess you could go full on melee. More kicks that way. Utility. You need to give more classes B-reses? Probably, yeah. More B-reses, maybe more lusts. Like a warrior with a bloodlust. Imagine how good that would be. I think more people will play warrior. B-res, I guess who else could they give B-res to? Priest, maybe? I feel like Shadow Priest with the B-res would be kind of sick, right? A priest just uses the holy might to just rest somebody immediately. I feel like that could work, because like Pally have it, Druids have it, Death Knights have it, Warlocks have it. I guess you would need to give it to a class that's a little out of meta. You can give it to a rogue. I don't think you can give it to a hunter. Probably not a hunter. Probably not a Voker either. Aug is played by everybody. Probably not a demon hunter either. I guess you could give it to a warrior, right? Shout somebody awake. I think priest actually may not be that bad for it. That would help to some degree. Is there just like no tanks at all, man? I'm actually kind of sad. There's gotta be at least one tank out there that can run a 13 Nexus, right? At least one. Or is this like the Mythic Plus pugging world right now? No tanks at all, ever. Are we back to what was it? War Within Season 1 that had that issue, if not Season 2? I just got told I hate healers, so I responded with, you got one less person to heal. Wait, you got told that you hate healers? I mean, yeah, Blood DKs do kind of hate healers. I am still worried about how they're designed, though. I really think they maybe should have made Blood DK more passively tanky rather than actively tanky. I think the healing aspect of them is fine, but I don't think it's gonna help them like long term. Because right now, like, there's nothing a healer can do to keep you alive as a Blood DK. Either you heal yourself or it's too much damage. I really don't think there's much a healer can do to really help you. Maybe like, I don't know, throw out like externals or something. But if someone is gonna just slap you from 100 to 0, like, what do? I guess you can purge once. Your tombstone back? I think maybe they need to make Blood Death Knights passively tankier and maybe redesign the Blood Shield from Death Strikes. Maybe kind of make it work kind of like Ignore Pain, where a portion of the damage goes into the shield while the rest goes into Hell Bar, and then just give Blood DK some kind of like a passive effect where healing is increased further on him. So a healer like can actually help Blood DK stabilize. Still give him that meaty big Hell Bar. But it's kind of like with a Bear Druid, how healing on them becomes more healing, right? Like from their mastering. Or monks too, whenever a crit heals hits them, they also get a hot based on that crit heal as well. Or is it like a insta heal? I think it's normally insta, but you can make it a hot. Or may Blood Shield work like it used to be? How did it used to work? Because that'll be another question. How did it used to work then? Because I honestly genuinely don't remember. I remember playing Blood DK back in Cataclysm a little, but I never really played high-end content on it. But I remember it being like, you didn't need a healer at all, at least for heroic dungeons. But again, not like heroics were really all that difficult back then. 100% of HP. Oh, like you could basically build up a shield that's equivalent to a bare minimum, like up to 100% of HP. Maybe. Because they want healers to be more involved in blood DK healing. So what if Blood Shield didn't block all damage, but a portion of damage? Kind of like Ignore Paint does. But they could increase it to be not like, you know, 50% or whatever it is for Warrior that causes them to actually take damage. You can get it to maybe a lot higher of a number. Where Blood DKs cannot completely heal themselves, but they can offset a lot of the damage into that shield, and it's all about them aggressively death striking to maintain that shield. But their health bar will still take damage either way. And that's where the healer comes in to land you a heal. And you can still give Blood DKs like ways to stabilize and heal themselves, so any pure ability that causes a pure heal can maybe contribute to the shield while also restoring health. So there can be like some cooldowns they can use to like actually top themselves without really relying on a healer, but only in limited capacity when those cooldowns are available. But the rest of the time they're spamming death strikes, doing a little bit of self-healing, but mostly building that shield that absorbs a portion of the damage. Kind of like the Nazoth trinket, where like it absorb a huge portion, give you a big shield, a lot of the damage offset into the shield, and then the rest of your health bar, but it was enough to like stave off the damage. That's kind of how I'm thinking maybe they could redesign it. This way, healer would be more involved in the blood DK like survivability, like dungeons or raid content. So they are playing a role, they are contributing. This guy not a humanoid? I guess he's an aberration. But that's just like a crackpot theory of mine of what I think they could do. Not saying that that's what they should do. I see this skill. I'm not brain dead tinkiness.
It's not ready.
Wait, huh? Blood Deacon not being able to self-sustain is just a risk in Brewmaster. I mean, none of the tanks really can self-sustain for long. The problem is if you are playing into that self-sustain gameplay and you're tuning the class around self-sustain gameplay, there's nothing a healer can do to keep you alive. It gives Blood DK a natural limitation of if there's a damage that you can't heal, there's no way a healer going to be able to heal it. If there's something you can't heal through, that nobody can help you. With other tanks, however, they're designed around, there's a lot of damage, you pop a defensive. If you live it with a defensive, and there's some things you can do to stack extra defensives together in order to reduce the damage. If you can reduce it, you'll live, because then the healer will top you. But with Blood DK, you're missing that step of reducing damage, and you're just going for healing the damage. Right? That is the biggest issue. That is the biggest issue that makes it, like, more exposed than other tanks. And, like, unless you... wait, this guy looks like that one dude from War Within. What's that guy's name? I forget. It's like a blood elf with the lamplighters. The Great something. Forget his name. Just need skill and not brain dead tankiness. I don't know. I feel like as long as Blood DK is designed in its current pace where it's at right now, it's always going to have that natural limitation. Gotta be a little bit harder to like come by. Привет, здорово, здорово. Здорово, здорово, дорог. Alright, let's actually try to see if we can get this done, dude. Because this tank is getting out of line, bro. This tank is getting out of line, bro. This tank is getting out of line, man. Just trying to flirt with the healer, but that's the the guy should probably cool off a little. Okay, we'll see if this prop pally actually can, like, I don't know, do some damage. Tempted to kick him, bro. I honestly wouldn't blame you. That would have worked out for me because then I would just would have went to get dinner.
This isn't worth the risk.
Would have worked out for me. Thank goodness. I didn't have a stun for that guy at all. Not for a while. I like how my damage is kind of fine. It starts low, but then it levels out as you lose more mobs. Gotta love that. I'm gonna distract them, keep them in place. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It is a paladin. They are slow.
Hurry up those repairs. If we aren't careful, that will be all of us.
Okay, BM Hunter actually does stuff. That's good. Very healthy. Love to see it. Did I get 2 casters? Or is it just 1? Guess I'll find out in a little. Oh, he does. There's that guy over there again. I'm gonna try to see if I can kick him. Or he won't let me. I like how it took us so much effort just to get that guy. I tried to open up the tether, but damage breaks it, unfortunately, and you were just casting into me. Good CC, honestly. Just hoping I don't randomly break it with AoE. Dude, how the damage is so nice for dungeons right now. I like the tuning we've gotten. Not perfect, but I like where it's at right now. Oh, does he want to pull that guy? Looks like we are. Oh my god, such a good buff right now. Holy moly. The holiest of moliest. Unfortunately, those barrels do keep me in combat for a little longer than I wanted to. I was gonna ask, are we gonna go into the boss? Because that makes sense. Oh my god. What a rough spot. Okay, at least we got like a really nice crossover. Really nice crisscross applesauce thing going on. Now we're back at a rough spot again. I guess I'll try to see if I can get both of them. Okay, I only got one. Unfortunate. We might have screwed ourselves there, dude. What a bad overlap. Okay, we got some space. Hopefully he'll just select the hunter for this. Although he's probably gonna drop on a melee. Yeah, he drops on a melee. Okay, please don't give us. Okay. Okay, at least we could B-res. Yeah, that dude was not paying attention. He was next to the beam too. No space. Fantastic. Gotta love it. Okay, we got good spot actually. Good crossy. Could have been worse. Again, no space. Jesus, bro. Those bosses are really putting us in a corner here. Putting the baby in the corner. Okay. We really gotta... I feel like we gotta bait this puddle somewhere. Where we are is gonna be a really rough spot. Okay, this is functional. Unfortunately, I kind of messed myself up with my drone rush, but it's okay. Again, crisscross applesauce, worst spot possible. That worked, but we're still a little claustrophobic feeling. More claustrophobic, but that works actually. Okay, could have been worse. Nice. Could have been much worse. Holy, what is that? What is that? That was so bad. Is there a macro for Tricks of Trade? No, right now I don't have a macro. There used to be like a week where you could run that automatically targets the tank, but that's no longer a thing. The only other way to do it is to make a macro for target party 1 and make tank lead, and then it will always mark the tank. But not everybody in the groups always mark the tank as a lead. But that's the only way to do it. Right now, I'm just like mousing over and clicking them. It's not the most ideal way of going about it, but it is a way of doing it. So far, I'm just doing that like the easy way. At least for now. It would be kind of nice if they maybe add like an automatic feature for rogues to like always tricks the tank if one is available. You know, kind of how like evokers have like abilities that will automatically target a player, like a healer or a tank, if one is eligible. It'd be kind of nice if they did something like that. But yeah, right now it does have to be a little more manual, unfortunately. I don't know if he wants to pull him or not. Oh, he does pull him. Okay. Specs usually give me trouble, but that time it's kind of okay. Although I don't have like any cooldowns. I see things. Anytime, man. Out of dungeons can talk to the DK properly. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah. Talk shop with me. Although keep it simple, because I'm not a Blood DK main by any measure. Far from it. Yeah, hit the wrong guy. I think it's the right one. Beautiful. Oh my god, dude, my damage actually is so high. I didn't realize it. I was just focusing on CC and I was not thinking about like doing damage.
Failed in your purpose.
There's Leech and Veil. They're gonna do that. It's always a question of, do we have enough CC? Unless we can stop that guy. Beautiful. Again, I have to jump after those guys, which is the worst. CC, trying to, boss. Trying to. Thank you, Tricky. Appreciate the message, man. Honestly, I think you burn Lust here, and then we would save it for the last boss. I think we can get 2 Lusts easily.
Is there no end to you intruders?
Yeah, I feel like we definitely Lust boss.
Favor and die before I have to kill you myself.
I might have went a little too hard with cooldowns there. I don't think it was worth. But who knows? But you could 3% shield would be allowed to have more active defenses, not be thrown to the wolves. I would even go higher, like 60% shield. I would even get that shield a little higher, man. It doesn't have to be the same as Warrior with 50%. It could be better than that. 60%, maybe close to 70%. Because then it's like you're doing majority of your healing, but then a healer can at least play a role in your survivability. Yeah, like I don't want Blood DK to be bad. Personally. I'm just wondering of like, is there a way to scale them so that healers can still be tuned while around the Blood Doctor? That's what people really are trying to figure out, is how can you tune a healer around the Blood DK? Kinda hate how I have a Adrenaline Rush and I don't have prep, so I can't really do the reset. But I guess I'm just gonna do damn. Spec 65% blood shield. Yeah, like if you could spec it, that'd be, I think, perfectly acceptable too. There's a macro for a target. Back using Shadowlands. I think it was maybe a party 1 macro, but the tank would need to be a lead for it. I'll read that message in a second whenever we get done with the fight. Yeah, my damage does not exist in here in burst, unfortunately. I got a drone rush super late. We got a one decent between the eyes, 2 of them, 3 of them maybe. Okay, it was a little bit of burst. We did do a little bit of burst. I do hate how they don't get this mechanic for later. I can't really use this on the ads.
You got the last conduit. Make sure to send them over.
Oh, actually I did damage at the end. I had no idea, honestly. I guess I got a couple of procs. Macro using Shadowlands, I think target this number spot. Yeah, party one. Party 1 macro is what I used to use, but again, that works only if the tank is lead. Usually people do make tanks lead, but it's not as necessary anymore.
Trust us. You of them all I thought would understand, Arathor. Shame. It has corrupted you too.
Wait, it took us like 6 minutes or 5 minutes on the boss. I feel like we got to the boss and then it was like 16 minutes into the dungeon. I guess 4 minutes technically. Feels like we spent a lot of time. Way more than I expected us to spend. Did that guy just sink underground for a second? I feel like it did though. I think it should be another tank, like a Brewmaster, where the argument can be made that healer's really good, but de facto best healer for them. Yeah, like... maybe. They just need to just find a way to tune him so that healers don't feel completely, like, irrelevant with the blood DK. Because right now, unfortunately, most healers do feel irrelevant with the blood DK. If the blood DK can't heal with death strikes, then there's nothing healers will be able to do to heal him. Just unfortunately. It's not an issue with blood DK, it's not an issue with healers, it's just the way that it's designed. Ow. Come on, stop picking me for Burning Smite. No. Okay, good. I can just pick someone else. I just didn't have cloak or nothing for that guy. Oh, what a unfortunate timing. Look at that guy casting. Oh, okay, we pulled everybody. Got it. I like pulling with these guys still up with a choice. Maybe not a great one. Okay, well, with Hunter's Mark, right? Do we have a Hunter's Mark on him? Hunter's Mark. Yes. I don't know if he has it or not. Should be able to see him, right? Or did they fix that? Nice. You will not stop when the light is cooking! Okay, he didn't have it. Got it. Oh my god, please stop giving me the debuff. Piece of shit, boss. Okay, well, I have prep, so maybe I can like cook this guy for a bit. As long as I don't get too many mechanics. Okay, oh, he parries me. That's fine. I hate how those boss parries. Thank god, at least I don't have mechanics, but I am not in a good spot. Okay, well, Hunter's Mark, unless they fixed it, it should show us where the boss is. That's exactly which one it is. Right? Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Or it did. What's this guy? Okay, he did show for a second. It's like a real quick second, and then he does disappear. Looks like maybe it used to show, but then maybe they changed it so it doesn't get removed after a while. Not 100% though. Wait, it's on me. What's the use of that going to me every single time? I really don't like his spot, man. Okay, looks like the Hunter's Mark thing is getting removed. Because otherwise, I know he had it on him for a little. But it might just be disappearing off of him. There it is. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it, man. Oh, I guess it's whatever. I was gonna say like, oh, good item. Not really. Everybody in the mother has this. Anybody want this? Do you want it? Yo, give me please. Easy. Easy. Won't even roll it. Immediate trade. Because you helped me get them out, man. Legend. Keystone Legend. There we go. Got the bird. Easy. Appreciate it. Alright, I think it's time for me to go get some to eat. Because I got raid tonight, and we do have a roster for the evening. With nearly everybody get their votes. Okay, which bosses am I in on tonight? I've been on Imperator and Voracious and Salhadar and Chimeras. Thank God I'm on Chimeras. Give me that Chimeras and I don't have to do dragons. Okay, I'm doing easy bosses and then I'm off. That's perfect for me. Perfect for me, man. Love it. Hell yeah, time for me to actually get a parse because my previous parses were bad. Okay, dinner time. EY for invite. Yeah, no, anytime, man, anytime. Honestly, if you have any other items you're still farming up, man, let me know. Ring is all yours. I farmed all my stuff. So I'm vibing, I'm chilling. That did take a long while to get that one dungeon done, though. It took us a while, bro. It took us a decent bit of time, not gonna lie. I kind of hate that, because I still gotta get a lot of Mythic Crust, but hopefully tonight the bosses and the kills will be really easy. But we'll see. We will see. Alrighty, you guys have a wonderful one. Thank you all so much for coming by. Appreciate you. Tomorrow I might not be streaming. Tomorrow I might take a day off. Depends how my morning goes. I gotta wake up super early and do stuff. But We'll see. But yeah, you guys have a great one. Blood DK Hell Bar is like an equalizer for a dubstep song. It really is, dude. It does jump up and down. Like it's I don't know. Hopscotch, jumping jacks. Hopscotch, right? That's the thing with in the Rocky movies. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm not making any sense. But yeah, GG's. Yo, thank you for bringing me to that key. I do appreciate it because that was my last 12 that I needed. Bare minimum of 12. That got me 3K. That's gonna help me get into other keys too. But like, yeah, getting at least like a 12 Rizal. Super, super nice. Hop, skip, and a jump. Exactly. Yeah. They gotta figure out, like, if they can smooth out blood DK damage intake, I think they'll be fine. So maybe like those ideas that I had on like the whole shielding portion of the damage, not letting them completely just heal themselves every single death strike. You know, make it the responsibility to heal them, healer's job, while they just dampen the damage. That could do it. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful evening. EU homies, I hope you guys get something good out of your vaults. And see you guys either tomorrow or Friday, one of those two. Maybe I'll stream Thursday if I don't stream Wednesday. We'll see. You guys have a wonderful one though. Peace.